Morning, guys. Jordan here at the Nutty Gnome Homestead. It is the middle of October 2024, and we are out here in our bee yard getting ready to check on our bees, getting ready to get them prepared for winter. Now, we're going to do a mite treatment today. We're going to check and make sure everybody is fed up to where they need to be going into the cold months ahead. We want to make sure that each of these hives is prepared the best that we can before we put them to bed for the winter. Now, I'm not going to wrap the hives today. It's still going to be warm the next couple of weeks. I don't want to give the bees a false sense of it's going to be warm out and they can still be active. I'm probably going to wait until about the middle of November before I put my wraps on these hives. My hives are out here in full sun. They're going to get full sun until about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Then they're going to be in the shade. During the summer, they're going to be in full sun until about 6:30, 7 o'clock at night. So we've got 7 hives here. We're going to try to get through all these real quick. And I'm going to show you some of the things we're going to be doing today, getting these guys ready to go into winter. All right, guys. So we are down to our last 2 hives. Of our 7 hives here, we got 4 of them that are queen right. They got good stores, so we're not going to have to do much manipulation with them. I'm going to get into these last 2, and we're going to see what's going on. I got 1 hive that is queenless, so I'm going to take it and combine it with one of my weakest hives, and hopefully that'll be enough worker bees and nurse bees to get them through the winter. So happen to have a little frog underneath this lid right here. We're going to set him down gently so he can take off. Okay, so we have a lot of bees here on top. I can see down in here we have a lot of capped honey, which is what I was expecting. Most of these hives, since we've had such a really bad year for the flow, whether it was with flowers not blooming, or it was too dry or too wet, or the hailstorm. Guys, we've had 6 inches of rain multiple times in one setting. It drowned everything out. Everything had to start over again. The incessant heat, guys, some years are just like that. So I'm not going to take any honey this fall from these bees. I'm going to leave it all for them. Last year, I ended up feeding, I want to say, around 300 pounds of sugar and sugar syrup to get these guys prepared for the fall, because we had a bad flow last fall. This year, it's probably the worst that I have seen. So we're not going to take any honey for these guys. Let them use what they've got. So I'm going to check one more box here. These guys are actually pretty gentle this morning, so hopefully they stay that way until we get finished. These other 5 hives haven't really given me much of a problem. A lot of propolis there. We got a lot of honey. A lot more worker bees. So I'm not going to dig too deep into this hive. I think it's all right. It sounds like it's all right. You guys get to doing this for a while, you'll be able to tell the difference in sound of a queen right hive and one that is not. They do sound different. So I broke, looked like some burr comb on the bottom of this one. So instead of just leaving that for them to clean up, I'm going to take it. That'll be my payment. That's all I'm going to take from these guys this year. Hopefully next year will be better. I'll get the lid put back on them. Little frog is still there. That's all right. I don't think he's eating my bees. I think he's eating the other critters. So we'll leave him alone. Now we're going to do this last hive, and then I'm going to be done for the day, guys. I'm hoping there's nothing wrong with it. I like to have my hive tool ready whenever I open these lids, in case you see any hive beetles or spiders or anything. I cannot get into my hives without getting a little bit of honey. That's part of the perks of being a beekeeper. Getting you a nice little sweet treat every time you get into the hives. So that's just a short video on getting into our hives this fall, guys. I've had a lot of people complain my videos are too long. I'm trying to keep this one nice and short. I got a lot of work done here in the last hour and 30 minutes or so. Got into all 7 of these hives. They're all queen right. Well, 6 of them are queen right. 1 of them is queenless. I'm just going to combine it with one of my weaker hives here in the next day or two. Guys, if you're not checking on your bees, there's a good chance you could lose them. Get out there, check on your bees, treat them if you have to. Make sure they got enough food stores to get them through the winter. This has been one of those difficult years on the bees. I knew this past spring that we weren't going to get much honey. I'm thankful for what we did get. Guys, some years are just like that. So if you guys have any questions or comments about beekeeping or treating bees in the fall or what you guys like to use, I should have mentioned earlier I'm using ApiGuard. I've used Apivar in the past, oxalic acid. I do try to rotate what I use so we don't build up a immunity to our mites around here. So I'd appreciate it if you guys like, share, and subscribe. And if you guys have any questions or comments, please feel free to contact us. Till next time, guys, get out there and check your bees. It's a beautiful fall day. Winter's right around the corner. We want to make sure these guys have the best chance possible making it through winter. Y'all stay safe.